Hey, what up, YouTube? It is Major G, and you have actually just stumbled onto a brand new part of the channel I'm gonna affectionately call the Day Off Daily. This will be a section of my channel where I just talk about what's going on in life, possibly what's going on in the local area, and hopefully I'll be able to keep it up. I'll probably do it maybe weekly or bi-weekly, either weekly or every other week, and hopefully it'll be something I'll be able to keep up because it's fairly simple. So what's been going on? So today I just went out to Flagstaff, and saw the new Maze Runner movie. With Dylan O'Brien, Teen Wolf's Dylan O'Brien, who I'm a fan of. It's probably like Dylan O'Brien. And he's like the main reason I actually started watching those movies. And I liked it. It was pretty cool. Now I can finally actually finish reading the third book, because I held off on reading the last one in case I read the book and realized that and hated the movie because it was nothing like the book, because I noticed in the second movie they started going completely off track from where the book was. So as you might have noticed from this and my Ant-Man trailer, yes, I am in a new place right now. I moved in with a girl, and so yeah, that's pretty much how it's going right now. And it's nice, it's cozy, and we'll probably be here for a year or two until you know we're ready to leave. It's been nice being with her. She actually started watching a bunch of J-vloggers recently. She discovered Akasan, she discovered Charla. I didn't even tell her about them. In fact, when she mentioned Akasan, I was like, what? And I started showing her clips of my videos, because you guys know I met Akasan like 2 or 3 times. I have been keeping up with some of the CW shows, but I'm still a little behind. I did watch the mid-season finale of Supergirl and the mid-season premiere. I did reactions to both of those. I just need to edit them. I also did a Legion, a Who Are the Legion video. So I'll be putting that up. I'm looking at starting a new podcast, and that'll be where I do most of my Who Are videos, like where it's just basically fan talk, where I talk about who characters are, speculate on shows, stuff like that. Speaking of podcasts, there should be a podcast coming up, where I joined in on my friend's podcast, Pixel 8-Bit, which is it's run by a few guys that I knew back in college, and they invited me to be on there, and I talked about my experiences with the gaming scene in Japan. And hopefully I'll be invited back. That'll be pretty cool, because I feel like I have a bunch of stuff to say. I didn't get to say as much as I wanted to, but yeah. Let's see. I got most of the important stuff hooked up for the most part. You know, I got the double screen set up. I got my Xbox One here. I'm still waiting on Dragon Ball FighterZ. I actually pre-ordered it, except that the pre-order didn't go through because I didn't have enough money in my account when I pre-ordered it. So I actually had to pay for it again yesterday, or actually pay for it yesterday. So I'm waiting for it to come in, because I ordered it off of GameStop. And I know some people might say, why didn't you just, go to GameStop when you went to Flagstaff today? And that's because I'm hoping that they keep in mind that I made the order like 2 weeks ago. Or was it 2 weeks ago? 3 weeks ago? 2 weeks ago. I hope that they keep the order that I made 2 weeks ago or a week ago instead of taking it as I'm just ordering it now, so that I can still get my Goku figurine. I got the Fighter Z edition for PS4, and that's why I got it through GameStop, because they're the only ones with a physical copy of Dragon Ball Fighter Z Fighters edition. So that way I don't have to waste weeks trying to download the Fighters pack, the extra fighters. And I'll just have the extra characters like right there on disc, because as I mentioned, the internet's crappy around here. Actually, there's some good news coming in that direction pretty soon. They're actually installing. They're going around the park installing fiber optic cables. So we're looking at getting fiber optic at some point in the future. So we'll be off of this crappy, like barely, like we're supposed to have T1 DSL lines, but it's like barely that. Our speeds are actually slower than dial-up many times. So when it is fiber optic, it's not going to be full fiber optic speeds, but it's going to be leagues faster than what we have right now, which is good. That's just good in general. And I'll actually make a video talking about how the whole fiber optic thing is going to work, because I did research on it and everything. It's actually pretty difficult trying to find stuff about it, but I found some information, so I'll talk about that in another video. Let's see, anything else? I got my setup up here. The setup that I like. Can't really see it that well, but I got my setup up here. I always wanted to. I got a couple of things that I always kind of wanted to have. Did I forget? No, it's up there. Okay. The main thing I was disappointed about in my last room that I wasn't able to have up was my Haru no Kawaguchi book. So now that's actually up like it's supposed to be. So I'm glad about that. Yeah, so I think that's probably pretty much it. I've been playing. My friends let me borrow Persona 5, so part of the reason I haven't been updating is because I got addicted to Persona 5. But I just beat that. I beat that a few weeks ago, and now I'm playing Attack on Titan, also PS4. At some point in the future, I would like to get an Elgato. It's unlikely that it'll be anytime soon, though. I do have a Roxio, which I might be able to use, but I'll have to get a CD-ROM and run it off I'll have to get a separate CD-ROM set so that I could run the CD, and then also have to find the CD because it's in one of these bins somewhere. So yeah, I guess that's pretty much it. I don't really have much else to say, I guess. So yeah, that's been the daily update. The day off, sorry, that's been the day off daily. So yeah, I guess that's pretty much it. I'm not used to just regular vlogging and talking about life, so this is kind of new. But yeah, I'll be keeping things updated in the future. Oh yes, that's right. I also saw Black Lightning and reacted to that, and so I will have an episode 1 up at some point soon. Probably not today. Hopefully in the next few days. So, yep. That's how that's going to go. Probably going to be extra busy because I'll be working 6-day weeks now instead of 5. Yeah. But yeah. Okay, so yeah, be excellent to one another, guys. And once again, party on, dudes. We'll have to spend the night somewhere. This is a manga cafe. Now, I could actually go inside
and spend the night here. But I'm feeling not tonight. Not tonight. Not at this time. I will definitely come back though. Still looking for some place to spend the night. Now, this is not what I'm looking